Immunology, yay, yay, yay! Oh my goodness, this is a really hard subject, and the book, um, all of the books can be a little confusing because grouping it together, some books will talk about one aspect and others will talk about another. So what one of my friends did was they helped out with organizing it a little bit better and making it easier for students. So police versus military. Easy way to remember this. When Hurricane Katrina hit in New Orleans, um, who was there first? Who had to deal with the rioting? Who had to deal with all the chaos that ensued? Well, the police were there first, right? They were your innate immunity. Were they strong enough to deal with the rioting? No, they didn't quite have the force and the ammunitions and all of the artillery to deal with the rioting that ensued. So who had to come in, and how long did it take for them to come in? Well, the military stepped in, right? But it took them anywhere from 4 days to 7 days in order for them to come for aid. So innate immunity, the police, they're there first. They are a good defense, but when the problems are overwhelming, the military has to step in. How long does that take? Anywhere from 4 days to 7 days. We call this adaptive immunity. Immunity is just referring to the ability to defend the body by using white blood cells. So who are the police? Well, who are the military? Military is probably easier. Who is adaptive? Anything that has memory cells. And the two groupings that have memory cells are B cells and T cells. Well, what is innate immunity then? It's everything else. It includes physical barriers like your skin. It includes other white blood cells that are not B cells or T cells that do not have memory and cannot adapt, right? These guys include, what were they? Never let monkeys eat bananas, 60-30-6-3-1, right? Never let, well wait, aren't these two lymphocytes? So 2 of the lymphocytes are out, but we still have natural killer cells left. So neutrophils, we have natural killer cells from your lymph. Monkeys were monocytes, and what do monocytes become? Monocytes become macrophages. Let monkeys eat eosinophils. And what were eosinophils associated with? We said they were allergies and parasites, right? Both of those words have E's in them. And then the last one were basophils. Basophils were similar to mast cells. They release histamine, and histamine is associated with allergic reactions, allergic response, increasing fluid flow and permeability to a site so white blood cells can get there. So physical barriers, that includes mucous membranes, that includes production of mucus to trap the invaders from coming in. That also includes galt, mold, any of the words that are associated with lymphoid tissue. But pretty easy, right? B cells, T cells are adaptive. They have memory. Anything else that is not a B or a T is included in innate immunity. There's one more cascade. This one is called complement cascade. Makes sense, right? Because it complements the B and T cells. Complement cascade or complement system, it's the same thing. It's referring to a group of proteins that will help with the B cells and T cells.